Good morning. It is Monday, August 18th. It is right at like 7:30 in the morning. I'm on my way to work. Got the boys on the bus stop and door locked so they couldn't get back in the house and pretend they went to school when they really didn't. I made sure they were on the bus stop before I left the house this morning. So I did leave earlier than normal, which will probably be my norm, just like I did during the school year. I would leave when I took them to school. Only I'm not leaving when I take them to school. I'm leaving when I'm making sure they're on the bus stop. No. But it's Monday and I'm tired. I was up late last night to a little after 11. So I didn't get to sleep till about 11:30, talking to a certain fella on the phone. And Mama's tired. Mama is tired. Because one, I didn't get my Sunday nap in. You guys know I like my Sunday naps. And two, I went to bed late last night. So I am tired. It is what it is, though. It was worth staying up talking to this fella on the phone. So I'm not complaining at all. But tonight, Mama's going to go to bed her normal time. I'm going to get some caffeine today, and I've been trying to stay away from caffeine. I'm trying to think, what can I get that's not like high caffeine? That's not going to have me real jittery and stuff. Because that's one of the things I have realized in the last month, with the whole heart rate issue and everything. I've noticed that if I have caffeine, it makes my heart really jittery. And I don't drink caffeine much. Really, the only caffeine I have typically is my Premier Protein drinks. And I have the cafe latte drink, the Premier Protein cafe latte drink. And it's got caffeine in it. So I get really jittery with it. And there's traffic because of school buses probably. But so I need to figure out, I need to find something that's not as much caffeine, but something to wake me up a little bit and give me a little bit of energy today, because Mama's tired. Mama is tired. Yeah, I'm tired. So I'm gonna need a nap today. No. Mondays are busy days, so hopefully today will go by fast. We see all of our on-treatment patients on Mondays, so it's normally like bam, 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 bam with patients on Mondays. We stay pretty on top of it. And we have quite a few patients right now, so it's busy. What is going to be new for this week? Activity. I'm going to be moving my body this week. I've got to start moving my body again. I've not gained weight since I've not been working out the last couple months, but I've not lost weight either. Other than the 5 pounds I took off with my breast reduction, I've just kind of stayed at the same weight, which is, I'm happy about because I've not gained. But I would like to lose at least another 20 pounds, and I've got to start moving, my body more. And I gotta start doing a little bit more cardio too. And I'm gonna have to ease back into the cardio, especially with my heart rate wanting to go high so quick. So walking and that type of thing is all I need to do. So probably will this evening after we eat dinner and it's cooled down a little bit, me and the boys will take a walk around the neighborhood. I might make them do a couple laps, because if you do the complete circle around, it's a full mile. So it makes it nice because we already know it's a full mile. So just to start it out slow and easy, And if they don't go with me, I'll just put my AirPods in and listen to my book. Because I'm way far behind on my books this year. I'm not even anywhere close at all to where I was on the books I read as many books as I read this time last year. So I'm not even going to reach. I think my goal this year was 125 books. I ain't going to reach that this year. If I do, I will be surprised. I very much doubt I'll read that many books between now and end of December. I think I've only had like 20 maybe so far this year. But hey, stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. So who knows? Well, you just never know. Where are you going, buddy? What this truck was doing, if he was trying to go over in the opposite direction across the 4 lanes of traffic, or if he was trying to turn and get in the same traffic I'm in, or what he was doing. Oh goodness, I'm tired. Tired. Well, I hope the rest of you have a great Monday. If you haven't already, give me a thumbs up. If you're interested in hearing about my crazy life, my getting healthier escapades, because it's all over the place, my dating, and if you didn't watch last week's vlog, I did end the week with a date with a high potential guy. That's who kept me up late last night on the phone. Biggest negative is he's 2 hours away, but he has the ability to relocate if needed. So there's that, which I am not in a position to move anytime soon. Like, something drastic would have to happen in my life for me to be able to move. And at this point, it's going to be another 7 years really before I can move anywhere away from where I'm at now. I mean, I could move to in the same area I'm in, but not any farther than that. So, but yeah, if you're just interested in checking out the single lady's life and what all craziness my life gets me into as a Christian single mom of 2 boys that's a nurse, stick around. It's gonna be a wild ride, I have a feeling. It's gonna be a wild ride. It is a wild ride, I should say. It is a wild ride. So, all right, I'm at work. I will talk to you all later. Hi friends, so it is Wednesday evening, about 20:05. I'm leaving work and I'm headed to my first workout. Finally, since before my surgery. I am so excited. No headache today. All the ambition and want to go work out, I could possibly have. And I'm just so super excited to go see Laura. Get caught up with her again. I just can't explain to you guys with words how much working out and like the strength training how good it's been for me, and then also how good her friendship has been for me too. Like, it just has been a game changer for me in my life. It really has. And it just has. And to get back in that habit of going, I just can't wait. And then also Wednesdays are one of my favorite days, because not only do I get to work out, but I also get to go to church. And so Wednesdays are just a really good evening for me. It would be even better, if my kiddos were home. So, but they're not. I may get to see them. Never know how or when they'll stop by. But I'm going to go work out and then go to church. And that really is Wednesdays are just one of my favorite evenings of the week because of those two things. So I'm super excited. Nothing's really happened this week. I have not worked out the last two evenings. One of my favorite patients, he goes to church near me, and he had invited me to go to church with him while he was a patient, and I went with him one Sunday evening, him and his wife one Sunday evening, and had planned on going back. I had just not got back out there to do it. And he stopped in to visit last week and told me they were doing like a revival this week with prophecy type stuff. It sounded really interesting. So it was Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday night. I was going to go Sunday, but of course I was on my way back from my date, and didn't get back in time. I got back they met at 6, and I think I got back at like 6:30 or something, so didn't get back in time. And then I did go the last 2 nights though, and really enjoyed it. So I did not get out and work out the last 2 evenings, because by the time I got home, it went over both evenings, and like I was rushing to get home to make sure the kids, had their showers and were getting in bed and all that, and of course to talk to my new guy on the phone. So we may be smitten with each other, I think, a little bit. It's fun. It's really fun. It's neat. I haven't felt like this in a long time. A very long time. So it's nice to feel like this again. It really is. So anyhow. So I haven't worked out or done anything yet this week. I have made sure I've taken the stairs at work and, that type of thing. My weight stayed the same. I haven't really ate the best this week, if we want to be super honest. I haven't necessarily ate the best this week, but it's not my fault, okay? It's not my fault. Patients keep bringing us candy. Well, I've had 2 patients bring me candy this week. And then today we had a patient, his wife, bring us this bakery stuff from a bakery close by. And so there's that. And then today was Food Truck Wednesday at work, and the best pepperoni rolls in the world were there today. So of course I had to get a pepperoni roll. I mean, it's not my fault all this good food, yummy food's been around, So I have no self-control, people. No self-control when it comes to good food. That's how I ended up here. But anyhow, I just realized I wore my ring today. I try not to wear my ring on days I'm lifting because it has bent my band, and I've gotten the habit of wearing it every day for the last few months because where I haven't been lifting, and I put it on this morning. So I actually did not put it on Friday because I thought about going to work out, and this morning I didn't think about it. I just put it on. I even have makeup on today, guys. Didn't fix my hair this morning. And this is day old hair. But I did put makeup on this morning. Aren't y'all proud of me? Oh, Lordy be. I'm tired. One of the bad things about starting, with a new relationship and getting to know somebody new, and lots of late nights on the phone and stuff, and I need my sleep. I need my sleep. So, I mean, we've been making sure we're off the phone by 10:30 has been my cutoff, but it's been closer to 10:45, almost 11 every night we go off the phone. And then my alarm starts going off at 5. I don't always I don't get out of bed at 5. I shouldn't say I don't always get out of bed, because I never get out of bed at 5. It's normally closer to, it's normally between 5:30 and 6 I get out of bed. It just depends on how I'm feeling that morning, you know, and how spunky I feel. I haven't felt as spunky the last couple mornings, so needless to say, it's been hard to get up the last couple mornings, but it'll be all right. It'll be all right. It's worth it. It's worth it. So I'm having to go a different way to my trainer because the route I normally go, sorry, is closed. At least I think it is. So I think the route is still closed. I didn't want to risk going that way and then finding out it was closed and having to go around and wasting time getting there. So I need to get over. All right, traffic is bad because it's the end of the day, so I am going to get off here because I would hate to be in a car accident and you guys see me in a car accident. I will talk to you guys soon. Workout done. Guys, it felt so good to be back. And it was so funny. We kept like talking. We were finally like, we probably need to work out. But we still got finished on time. She was easy on me, and I'm glad she was. But it felt so weird lifting 10-pound weights because I was lifting a lot more than that before when I went off. So I have faith I will get back to it where I was at before quickly. And eventually, I will share some of me working out with you guys, I'm sure. I don't think Laura would mind. We just didn't talk about that today. We were catching up on everything else. Oh, what else? But anyway, it just felt good to sweat. I mean, just be with my friend again and just talk and like move my body and do all these things, you know, that I hadn't done. And I'm just so glad I got to go back, you know, finally back at it. So I'm going to head to church, and I think I might stop somewhere and get something to eat, or at least something to drink. I told you guys last week vlog that a lot of times on Wednesdays I'll stop at the Cookout and get me an Arnold Palmer, which is a half tea and half lemonade. I think I might stop and get me one of those because I'm a little thirsty and I just feel like a tea. So I think I'm going to do that. I may get something to eat. I don't know. I'm hungry, but I'm not hungry. I have pepperoni rolls in my bag that I could eat, but they're not heated up. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I have a Chomps, like, you know, in the meat sticks in my lunchbox I could eat. They'll probably have something to eat at church. Snack one. Oh, I'll figure out something, so. Alright, well, I will check back in later, guys. Good morning. It's Friday. So, I'm going to work out this evening. I have a dentist appointment at 3 though, so my workout appointment's at 5. So I'm gonna see if I'm gonna text her when I get to work and see if I can just come like right after my dentist appointment, if that works for her. So I'm not waiting around, because my dentist appointment typically it's fairly quick. It's a smaller dentist office, so I'm kind of in and out fairly quick. So hopefully that will happen and I can get home a little quicker and get my weekend started. Tomorrow the boys and I are going to Kings Island. We're just going to drive up and back. I'm already like dreading the driving because I'm tired, but I feel like Sunday afternoon is going to be catch up on sleep time. I know they say you can't catch up on your sleep, but Mama's gonna nap after church on Sunday for sure. Definitely will be having a nap this Sunday. Chris, the new guy, and I are going to be getting together this evening, just to see each other. So that's no reason why I kind of like would get, if I can get my workout in a little bit sooner than what I'm supposed to, you know, that will help, because I can get home and get a shower and stuff and get ready sooner than later, you know. My weight still is just kind of hanging out the same. I have really got to get back to tracking my food and stuff. I was doing so good before I got sick a couple weeks ago, and need to get back to doing that, and I will. Hopefully Monday, that's my goal. And it's supposed to like chill. The weather's supposed to chill down. The weather's supposed to be a little bit more chilly next week. It's supposed to be down in the 70s, at least at the beginning of the week. So I think I'm really going to try to get out in the evenings and walk with the boys, because the weather is not going to be as hot and humid. So I think that, like, it felt really good yesterday evening. I was so tired. I came home and talked on the phone with Chris for a little bit, talked to my neighbor a little bit, and went to bed. Like, I lead a very exciting life, guys. A very exciting life. You know, like, super duper, you guys, most exciting person on the planet here. That is where I'm at right now. Otherwise, nothing really to update. I did just think of something. I got paid today, so that's good. It's always good to get paid, right? So I need to go in and place my Walmart order for pickup. I'm gonna do it Sunday after church. Get that done and taken care of. That way I know it's in. I don't have to worry about it over the weekend, especially since we'll be gone tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be able to record some of us while we're at Kings Island. I didn't last time we went. It was so freaking hot last time, so that's a big reason why I didn't last time. I'm sure I will tomorrow, because it won't be as hot, and I won't be fighting the kids as much. Well, one kid, Parker, he does not like the heat at all. So when he gets to the point where he is like, I want to go home, I'm like, get out there and sit. Find you some place to sit. Keenan and I are riding. You know, because I paid too much money for these season passes for us not to get our money's worth out of them. So we are riding. You can sit and watch. So that's what a lot of times. I mean, he rides too. Oh, what road's closed ahead? It gets on my nerves whenever they close this road. Why do they have it closed? Sorry, just complaining. But anyhow, yeah, he'll just sit and play on his phone while we ride. And he likes roller coasters. I think he just doesn't like standing in line in the heat, you know, and stuff, which, I mean, who does? Nobody wants to stand in line in the heat. But to get a freaking fast pass, it's like $80 a person. No, I'm not paying that. Like, I told him one time, I did think about one time, and I was like, no, I'm not paying $80 to get a fast pass. So we can stand in line. You know, maybe someday I will, but more than likely, probably not. Just not gonna do it. It's not, I mean, like, I feel like part of the roller coaster experience, the theme park experience, is waiting in line. I mean, yeah, the fast pass thing is a great idea and everything, but $80? when your actual ticket's only like $45-50. I mean, I don't know how much the actual tickets are at Kings Island now since I did the season passes, but that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Insane. So, anywho. Well, guys, I really don't have much to say this morning. I'm tired. I'm just really tired. So, I will try to catch back up with you guys later. I will check in with after my workout and let you guys know how it goes, which I know it will go great. Next week's gonna be a little odd for workouts because I guess a girl has already booked my time spot on Wednesday, and then she is not gonna be here in town, or it's her kid's birthday's on Friday. So I may work out Tuesday and maybe a different time on Thursday. I don't know. We're gonna we'll probably talk about it a little bit more this evening and see what we can figure out. So that's what we're gonna do. But anyway, all right, I'm out of here. Talk to you soon. Well, hello. It's Friday evening. I have been to work. It was a little bit of a rough day. I'll eventually talk about some of the stuff going on at work, but right now I'm not ready to share that. It was a little bit of a rough day for me. Then went to the desk, got my toothers cleaned. No cavities or anything. Forgot, I don't know if I told you guys or not. I think I realized it after I talked to you guys this morning. I freaking forgot my workout clothes. So came home after I got my teeth brush, pretty much. But came home after I my dentist appointment and changed my clothes so I could go. I mean, I could have worked out in what I had on, but I'm just gonna go home and change. And plus, I wanted some cold water, and all I had in my car was hot bottled water. So I wanted some cold bottled water. Not that I had cold bottled water in my fridge, but I had bottled water in my house. It was a little bit colder than what was in my car. And now I'm headed to work out. I tell you what, tonight's one in the evenings where I really just wanted to stay home and go to sleep, take a nap. Even though Chris is coming over this evening, I still wanted to go home, stay home, especially since I went home. You know, I just wanted to stay home and take a nap. Perfectly honest, guys. Perfectly honest. I wanted to take a nap. And wanted to actually cancel on Chris too. Was very close to it. And then I decided not to. Like, I do that. I've done that to a lot of people. To a lot, you know, several guys that I've talked to. And that's the majority of the time that I have not went out on dates with guys that I have met online. Has not because they have not asked me. It's been because I have got scared at the last moment and made up some excuse to not see him. Being perfectly honest. And I'm having some anxiety, I think, about seeing him tonight. Like, I want to see him, but I'm having some anxiety. I'm not gonna lie. Perfectly honest. Perfectly honest. So that workout will help. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't call and cancel, because I know the workout's going to help me to relax and chill out some. Yeah. Tomorrow, you know, we're going to Kings Island, so I am worried about staying up too late, not getting enough sleep tonight, and then just being exhausted tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be a caffeinated day, I have a feeling. Very caffeinated day, which is, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. You know, we'll be caffeinated. It's not a big deal. I can drink drink some caffeine. I don't drink a lot of caffeine. Actually, I had some this morning. I had a Coke this morning. And was caffeinated today. So, but I will be definitely caffeinated tomorrow to make it through today. Especially on the way home. Which kind of... I don't want to be too caffeinated on my way home, because at the same time, I want to be able to sleep when I get home tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. As tired as I am, it may not bother me any either, you know, to sleep. We'll see. I'm ready to spend the day with the boys though. I'm ready to spend the day with the boys. Well, I'm going to go and get my workout on. Try to breathe and just relax. I just really feel full of anxiety right now. I'm very anxiety ridden. I just need to breathe and chill. Like I said, relax. I bet my heart rate. Let's see what my heart rate is. My heart rate says. Let's see what it is. It says it was 103 2 minutes ago. It's 100, which is kind of high, being that I've been sitting in my car for a little, you know, for the last 10 minutes, not just talking to you guys. It's 99, 100, so 102. So I definitely think I'm having some anxiety right now. Just need to breathe. Breathe, Tiffany, breathe. And trust God. I mean, I do trust God. I know that He's going to work out everything for me, you know, and that I'm a firm believer everything happens for a reason. But that doesn't mean that I wish I did not have a playbook. I want a playbook that tells me what to do when things happen, you know, and unfortunately we don't have one. I mean, we do. We have the Bible. It's a playbook for us. But it doesn't tell me what to do in every little situation that I have. And I need a playbook that tells me what to do every situation. So, it's going to be one of those questions I ask God when I get to heaven someday. Why didn't you give me a playbook? Why didn't you just come down and sit in front of me and say, okay, Tiffany, this is what I want you to do. This is what I need you to do. Let's do it. This is what I want you to say. This is what I want you not to say. Like today, there was a point in my day where I had to literally bite my tongue. Because this redheaded temper. And I know people like to, nobody's really argued on here. But like, people in real life have debated with me whether or not I have red hair. I do have red hair. It's just not bright red like it was when I was little. If I would show you guys a picture, and if I think about it, I will include one in this vlog here. But when I was littler, my hair was bright red. Now it's more of a combination of red, white, blonde, and some brown. Which is okay. That's fine. It's all natural. There is no fake color in my hair right now. Nothing's been dyed or anything. So it's all natural. But I do have a little bit of a redhead temper sometimes. And I am pretty good at controlling my temper for the most part. There are moments that it's harder. And a lot of times when it's harder, well, here's the guy with the gun again on the motorcycle. Or, no, I don't think I told you guys that. I think I was talking to my girlfriends about the guy on the motorcycle. There's a guy that was in front of me coming down the hill from my house with a big old gun on the side of his hip. It's West Virginia, people. And he's back in front of me again. But, for the most part, I can control my temper and control my mouth. But there are moments when somebody says something, especially moments when I have been biting my tongue and keeping my mouth shut and holding back, not getting upset for a long time, that I find myself that's when I find myself losing my temper. Or if somebody's hurt the kids. If it's something that happened to the kids, then I lose my temper quickly with that. But when I lose my temper typically now, it's because somebody has been really pushing my buttons for whatever reason, and I've been holding back, trying to be the bigger person, and finally get to the point where, okay, enough's enough. I can't do this anymore. My mouth is done with trying to be the bigger person, and today was one of those days where I really did not want to be the bigger person anymore. I didn't want to be the better person. And it just, then I think just the nervousness and anxiety about with Chris coming over this evening is all these feelings where I'm tired this week. Maybe I'm PMSing a little bit, I don't know. It's just hitting the perfect storm, maybe. So watch out, world. Watch out, world, I guess. It's a good way to say. But anyhow, I'm going to get off here before I just tell you guys everything and spill the beans. Because sometimes, I just talk about things I don't necessarily want to talk about. Granted, I know I can edit this, but I don't need to talk about this stuff right now. So I'll be back after my workout, and I'm sure I'll be in a much better mood then, and I'll be ready to conquer the world again and be glad I went and worked out. I can't see anything because of the sun, but we are at Kings Island, me and the boys. Keenan. There's Parker, I think.
Can I break this bottle over Keenan's head?
No, you can't break that bottle over Keenan's head.
Oh, man. Well, if he starts getting
This may be our last time for the summer. No, probably not. We'll probably be able to come up at least one more time in the next couple weeks. There's yeah, and we're going to come on in October for the Halloween stuff, and then again around Christmas time for the Christmas stuff. I'll try to show you guys some rides and everything today. Here is what it kind of looks like walking in.
Too bad I just threw it away. Now my hands are sticking.
Yeah, he Good morning, friends. Hopefully it works. This is working. It's actually Monday morning. I did not close out last week's vlog, so I'm doing that now. We had a blast at Kings Island. We rode everything. It wasn't too hot. Actually, we didn't get to ride everything. There was like a couple rides we did not ride that we wanted to. But for the most part, we got to ride everything we wanted to ride. We had a really good time. The drive up and the drive back, I had been dreading because, you know, last week was just, I was really tired last week. Just really tired last week. So I was dreading, you know, because it's a 3-hour drive. So I was dreading that drive, but it turned out being fine. I mean, I did have some caffeinated assistance both ways, but it was great. And then, so there's that. But also, Friday night, Chris and I did meet up again, and we had an amazing evening. Guys did. Dating is dating now, but just one person. So, you know, see what the future holds for us. But, you know, we want to see what happens with the two of us, and go from there. So he's a great guy, and he's, yeah. So just leave it at that. But anyhow, then Sunday, Keenan got the boys up to go to church, you know, and everything. And we got to church, and they always go back to like our little coffee shop. And they usually I have them grab me a bottle of water, and sometimes they get coffee. Sometimes they'll get a donut if there's donuts back there. And the next thing you know, then they come back and sit in the service with me. Well, Keenan got back up in the service with me, and I always make him stand with me, you know, when we're standing to sing or whatever. And normally Keenan does not, I don't normally have to make Keenan stand, I guess is what I'm getting at. And yesterday morning at church, I was like, buddy, you need to stand up. And I looked at him, I was like, are you okay? He's like, I don't feel good, Mom. I'm like, why are you just not telling me this? Like, we were already at church. And felt his forehead, and he was burning up. I was like, oh crap. So I told him, I said, go lay down. And I called my stepdad. My stepdad came and got him, and he took him home to his house, because I really wanted Parker to be at church yesterday. We had a special speaker, Batman, came and did a special message yesterday for the kids and for the adults. It was a really good message. And I would love to share it with you guys, but about halfway through, he was like, do I have to hold this mic? Because he was like, my arm's getting tired. And he put the mic down, and we could all hear him, but apparently, because Chris was watching from his house, he said once that he put the mic down, you couldn't really hear him. So unfortunately, the whole message is not, you can't hear, everybody can't hear, unless you were actually there. So with that being said, like, I can't really share it with you guys, or I would share. But anyway, I got home after church. We went and picked up Keenan at my mom's, and he was burning up. My stepdad said that as soon as he got there, he went straight to bed and laid down, you know, and stuff. And I was like, oh no. So we went and picked up our groceries, and then came home, and he went straight to bed. We gave him some Tylenol at my mom's, and then he went to bed. And a couple hours later, his tip had broke, and then I had checked it again a few hours later, and it was back up a little. So I gave him some ibuprofen, and then I thought, you know what, let me go ahead and test him for COVID. He tested positive. A week and a day of school, and we've already tested positive for COVID. So he has not had COVID bad. Parker has. Parker's had it 3 times now, I think. The first 2 times he had it pretty bad. The last time it was not that bad. But Keenan has not had it bad yet. Like, he barely had any symptoms. Like, I think the first time he had it, like, I just tested him to test him because Parker had it. And because they were around each other all the time. But he was fine. And then I have tested myself. I'm negative. Or, of course, I wouldn't be going to work. I am going to wear a mask today at work just to be on the safe side. I do have makeup on though. So, hopefully, he's better by tomorrow and stuff. I'll have to call the school when I get to work and just kind of give them a heads up about, hey, he tested positive for COVID, and see if they want me to take him anywhere and get him tested. Because I just had a home test I tested him with. And that little positive sign came up fairly quickly on the test, which is, for my experience of testing people over the last 5 years, when it's positive, it normally does pop up pretty quickly. So I hate it for him. He was happy he didn't have to go to school today, but I just hate that he does not feeling good, because he's not the kid who, is constantly, we'll feel good so he can get out going to school. That would be Parker. Keenan doesn't do that. He doesn't complain, and stuff. So hopefully he feels better soon. But that was our weekend. We had a great weekend. Started out great with Chris coming in to see me. And us spending the evening together and stuff, and just kind of figuring out that we want to see where things go with each other and kind of focus on each other and nobody else. And then having a great day Saturday with my boys. And even though Keenan was sick yesterday, we still had a great day yesterday. So I hope everybody had a great week last week. And if you haven't already, you made it this far, make sure you please subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. And stay tuned for next week's vlog.